Hi everybody, I hope you're having a nice Tuesday so far. If you've not been to my stream before, hi, I'm Emily. This is my second Twitch channel where I do video game streams. I also have a main Twitch channel where I do music streams. I've been away on a break for, I don't know how long it's been, I guess about 3 weeks because of the holidays. It wasn't supposed to be as long of a break as it ended up being. I did have an audition this past weekend and I did take some extra time to focus on that, but I kind of missed more streaming than I really wanted to because I got sick twice, once before the Christmas holiday and once after. So last time we left off, there is he, there he is. There's nothing wrong with poetry about waterfalls, but we left off right here at the start of Priority Sur'Kesh. So that's what I'll be doing today. That's the only thing I put in the title and the description for today's stream. But I'll reassess once we finish this mission. Today's stream is going to be as long as I feel like streaming or can get to like a natural ending space, because I would like to make up some time from all the streams I've missed. Obviously, I did not manage to finish streaming Mass Effect Legendary Edition in 2023. And I didn't really even get close because there's so much left to do in Mass Effect 3. But it's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Also, I believe this channel last week or this week just turned a year old, which is awesome. For those of you who don't know, I started streaming on my main Twitch channel in November 2021. That's my main channel where I do like music, clarinet practice with me streams. And then I started this channel last January as just a fun way to incorporate some video game streaming into my life, but I wanted to keep it separate from the music streaming. So this Twitch channel and its companion YouTube channel are a year old now. And I kind of did this as an experiment. I didn't know if I would like it long term, and I do enjoy doing video game streaming. Even though it's more work, I enjoy doing music streaming more because that's like, I guess, more my thing. That's more like my niche, but it's fun to do this too. It's fun to play my favorite series and share it with you all and kind of chat informally in a way I don't always get to in music streams, because I'm always trying to stay focused on whatever it is I'm practicing or preparing and like explaining it well and explaining my thought process well to you all. This I can just kind of like sort of sit back and relax and just enjoy it. So thank you everyone who's been supportive of both channels, but especially this channel. And I'm excited for this year, which will be eventually finishing Mass Effect, and then I don't know what comes next. I'm not sure what'll come next, but we got several streams left of Mass Effect 3 before I have to make that decision. Let's go talk to them.
Shepard, I don't like this. I should be the one going in.
I know I said to act the angry Krogan, Rex.
That was just good old-fashioned Krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Idle threats are empty threats.
Maybe when this war is over, you can come live on Tuchanka. You'd fit right in.
Figures that they would get along.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word we say. I prefer my Solarian liver served raw.
That's not going to make any friends.
He is correct. It was a delicacy in our cycle.
Oh, they're definitely going to hang out. Rex and Javik are going to be fast friends.
Back on the Normandy, you said Reapers were sighted on Tuchanka.
Clans Jorgal and Ravenor sighted a few landing parties. The Reapers are up to something. Tuchanka may be a pile of radioactive rubble, but it's our pile. And we'll fight to the last Krogan to keep it that way.
Radioactive?
Garrus. I have to make friends with the one Turian in the galaxy who thinks he's funny.
Imagine how I feel. I'm supposed to hate Krogan, but you came along and warmed my heart with your winning personality.
I could throw a few Solarians off a cliff, if it'll make you feel better.
Oh, please don't do that. That might cause a diplomatic incident.
What do you know about these females?
They weren't fertile, so we used them as decoys to draw off enemies from the ones who were. But Malin's experiments changed that. These damn pyjacks stole them right out from under us.
That's a pretty brutal way to treat your women, Rex.
The females suggested it. We've had to make a lot of tough choices to ensure we don't all die off.
Your females are wise.
It's just one more thing that'll get better when the genophage is cured.
Are the Krogan ready to fight the Reapers?
Ever since Sovereign showed up, I figured this day would come. My people have spent too much time selling ourselves out as mercenaries. Now we can get back to doing what Krogan do best, saving everyone else from giant monsters.
Never going to let us forget about the Rachni Wars, are you?
The last time I was at the Citadel, I didn't see a Turian statue in your honor.
Just wait till this war is over.
It's been good talking to you again, Rex.
It'll be even better when we have a few Solarians for lunch.
Poor Solarians. I mean, they've got the guns and it's their planet, so like they're making the calls, but it can't be comfortable to be threatened with being eaten over and over. Although I think Rex is like one of those talks a big game, is kind of a softie on the inside. Yeah, Barry, you're right. You've been around. You're like one of my OG Twitch supporters. I think you started watching my music channel really early, or at least I was aware of you being there, you know, in chat. And you've definitely been around for all this one. But nobody really watched me early in my main channel streams, and I was actually kind of okay with that. When I started, I didn't really like tell anyone. I just kind of started. I really wanted an opportunity to just like try it with nobody watching, you know, and see if I like it. I was really nervous for that first stream. It's on my main YouTube channel if you want to see it. It's like I don't think it's that bad. It's just a little, I'm a little like stiff, you know, and I think I've gotten better. I'm still not always super comfortable on camera on stream, but I think I've made a lot of improvements since then. But yeah, I really appreciate your support. I appreciate everybody who's been around for ages, and I appreciate everybody who is newly supporting my stuff. None of it goes unnoticed, and it's all appreciated. Oh, and I have a new follow. Hamilton? Did I read that right? Yes. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So did we talk to everybody? Wait, I think a couple fun things we can do before we go. Maybe it's later. I know that there's some of them we can talk to.
Our orders are clear. Ensure the smooth handover of the Krogan detainees.
Garrus, you alright? Garrus.
That's all that matters.
But they're gonna cure the genophage. Everything we've done to stop the Krogan will be for nothing.
When I want your opinion, I'll promote you. Until then, stay sharp and keep your mouth shut.
He figured it out. He stopped glitching, but now he's doing the Shepard. Let me stand uncomfortably close to you while you have this private conversation. He's been hanging out with her for far too long. Can we talk to anybody besides Paddock?
Air defenses report unidentified craft skirting our inbound approach vector.
I don't think so.
Over in Intel told me the Turians can't hold out much longer. He's hearing the Reapers have them
Excuse me.
against the wall.
The Turians have the biggest fleet in the galaxy.
And we're only a few Mass Effect relays away from the whole mess.
I didn't mean to cut off their
Send
conversation.
confirmation to the Dalatras that the exchange is proceeding.
Yes, sir.
And ask her for more warning the next time the Krogan leader shows up unannounced.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't serious. She'll maroon you on Tuchanka with raw meat strapped to your back if you do that.
Oh, don't do that.
Then she'll record the Thresher Maws eating you as a warning to anyone else who challenges her.
Oh, I don't want to be eaten by Thresher Maws. I've had enough of them. For those of you who know what's coming, no spoilers. Yeah, I think you started watching in early 2022, which feels like it shouldn't be as long ago as it actually is. And hi, Ultra. I hope you're having a nice day. It's afternoon, but I hope you're having a good evening. Where in the world are you? If you don't mind sharing, you can be vague. Oh, thank you, Barry. That's so kind. Yeah, streaming is hard work. Making stuff for YouTube, like content creation, is hard work. But like, it's also fun, or it should be fun. I would say if you're thinking about doing, I mean, I know very little. I'm still like so tiny, like microscopic, and I still have so much to learn. But the one thing I feel like I have learned and I do know is don't get into it if you're not having fun, if you're not going to enjoy it, because otherwise it's just going to be difficult. I mean, it's difficult anyway, but if it's the good kind, I guess, the rewarding kind, if you enjoy it. But if you don't enjoy it, it's just like, why would you do that to yourself? But I do think if anybody has interest or curiosity about trying some sort of like content creation, just try it. Like if you have something you're really interested in and you want to, you know, make stuff about it, you know, and or just make stuff in general and post it to the internet, like just try it. You might really like it, and other people might really like it too, and it might really respond to it, or it might really resonate with them. So you should just try it. Belgium. I've been to Belgium once. I did a summer clarinet course for like a week, a little over a week, back in 2007. It was a long time ago, in Ostend, and I did take a day trip to Bruges while I was there, and flew in and out of wow, just blanked on the name. Brussels. Yeah, flew in and out of Brussels, but unfortunately didn't see any of it aside from the airport. But it's a beautiful country. Bruges in particular was gorgeous, so pretty. I wish I could have been there for longer than a day trip. But yeah, it was my first time in Europe, so there's like a little bit of culture shock. Just because like I knew what to expect. I didn't expect everybody to just speak English. I feel like I was, you know, I knew enough about the world to know that like a lot of people would be able to, but not to assume. But like it was just making that transition and learning how to like be in a place where I don't speak the language and other people don't speak my language. It was a transition. And I was young. I was like 19. So it was an adjustment, but I had a really great time and it was a really fun trip. But yeah, I would love to go back and visit more of the country, but Bruges in particular. And see other places too. Other places. And eat more waffles, because the waffles were so good.
This is Senior Research Director Wicks, authorizing visitor access to lower level. Now take this elevator down, and someone will...
What's happening?
Sensors have picked up activity on the perimeter. Hurry, Commander. Someone will meet you below.
Base personnel must remain on site until further notice.
All specimens are accounted for, sir. Shepard, excellent timing. Good to have you here.
Morden?
Eyesight still sharp. Surprise understandable. Hadn't expected to return to work.
You're back with STG.
Special consultant. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. Helped female Krogan. Fed information to Clan Erdnot. Encouraged political pressure to free females.
You must be Rex's inside source.
Yes, can explain later. Security warnings not normal. Need to get off-world for sake of Krogan. Females had weakened immune systems. Side effect of Malin's cure. These didn't survive.
Yes, I am so glad Morden's back. I've played this series. I think we're at time, like, or me, I think I'm in the double digits now. So at least 10 times. And I still get excited at this point to see Morden again. Because he always survives the second game when I play. Anything else is unacceptable. But yeah, I love Morden so much. He's one of my favorite characters. It's like Garrus is like my favorite character. And then I have a long list of other favorite characters. Like I can't really list them in order. Like Garrus is kind of my favorite, but there are others that are like top 10, but they're all kind of ranked the same. You know what I mean? I love Morden so much. Also, thank you, Unchanging Jigsaw, for the follow. Really appreciate it. Ooh, I missed some chat. Let me catch up. Oh, I've never been... I'm not familiar with the town. Do you say it like... I'm going to mess up the pronunciation, so I do apologize a bit. Dinant? I didn't know Adolf Sachs lived there. That would be a really interesting place to visit then. If there's like... If it's one of those, like, you could visit, like, his home or something like that in tour. I don't know. I actually don't know much about Adolf Sachs, aside from the fact that he also invented the bass clarinet. And the saxophone, of course. But, yeah, this is such a silly and, like, duh thing to say. But, like, the world is so big And every time like I find a new place that I want to visit, or I visit a place and want to go back, it's like there's a never ending list of like interesting things that I want to see, do, visit. And like it's you can't do it all. You can never get to the end of it. That's a hard thing to accept. Like you just can't. But like there's so many interesting places in the world, and like I would love to go back to Belgium. I would love to, like, if I had the resources and the time, take like a long like road trip across Europe and like actually drive like all over the place. And because like I love seeing like scenery and like countryside and like the spaces between the big cities, but that's not always practical because it takes more time. And but maybe someday. That's like on the wish list for someday.
But what about Malin's research? I thought we saved it.
Indeed, data saved, but not complete. Lacks crucial details to reconstruct cure, but still useful for synthesizing from living tissue. Couldn't save them.
Sad. Oh, you're a clarinet player too. I'm sorry, I missed that one. Awesome. What do you play clarinet like for fun? Are you studying? Do you play professionally? There's nothing like you'll in some like clarinet or like classical music spaces. You'll see some people who are a little bit, for lack of a better word, like snooty about people who are like amateur enthusiasts. But I'm a big believer that like learning music is an awesome thing at any age, to any ability, like to any like, I don't know how to say it's like depth. Like you don't have, it's not an all or nothing situation. I feel like in a lot of like formal like education, like classical music spaces, it becomes very all or nothing. But I love meeting and talking to people who like just have this like love for music and this interest in learning it, and they just kind of make it a part of their life without making it their entire life. I love that music is a huge chunk of my life, but like it's kind of freeing to know that it doesn't have to be that way, and I can like change my mind at some point if I needed to or if I wanted to. I don't, but just having that like that door open, you know, it's kind of a nice like reassuring thing. Okay. Oh, you know what? Do I have? No, I don't have the Yale University Press clarinet book. No, I don't have that one. I wanted to get the Cambridge companion to the clarinet, but I never picked it up. Those Cambridge companion books are a little expensive, but it's like been on my wish list for forever. I just have never pulled the trigger on that one. You're an amateur in your 7th year. That's awesome. That's really awesome. But 7 years is like, I always tell my students that you're a beginner like the first 5 years. You know, like it takes 5 years to kind of really settle into like the embouchure and like the basic mechanics of the instrument, kind of get past that point where everything is very conscious. You know what I mean? Like negotiating fingerings and all that kind of stuff, and to start feel like that kind of stuff settles in and becomes more second nature, and you can start to like think more about the music instead. So that's a really interesting spot to be in. I hope you continue to enjoy it and that it goes well for you. Do you have any like, have you found like a community ensemble or something like that where you can play? I know here in the States, it's not. In like bigger cities, it's normal to find like community orchestras or community wind ensembles where everybody's like a mixture of like professionals or retired professionals or recent grads looking for experience, or just people who play for fun. But do you have something like that you can do where you are? All right, back to the game. I've been doing a lot of like side chatting. I'm gonna try and stay focused, but I also want to answer all of your chats.
I'm sure you did everything you could, Morton.
Arrived too late. Cannot delay now. One survivor, immune to genophage, can synthesize cure from her tissue.
She's still here.
Yes, last hope for Krogan. If she dies, genophage cure... problematic. Please be careful. Krogan's slow to trust.
I'm Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy.
Are you here to kill me?
That would serve no tactical purpose.
Thanks, Javik.
Rex and I are here to take you home.
Why? What am I to you?
Javik is a little bit like low on the empathy sometimes, I think.
Have the Solarians been mistreating you?
Those are my sisters you saw back there. They died in a lot of pain.
Did the best we could.
And now I know I'm the only one left. That makes me dangerous to a lot of people. What about you, Commander Shepard? Why are you here?
You're the future of the Krogan race. I'm fighting for that.
Then I hope you brought an army.
Alert. Unidentified missiles have breached the perimeter.
Give me an update.
Outbound communications have been severed. We're cut off.
Secure all data to off-site location.
What's happening?
We have multiple ships inbound.
Shepard, it's Rex. Cerberus troops are attacking the base. Get the females out of there now!
Only one survived, Rex. It might be safer down here.
What? So the Solarians can kill her like the others? No deal. If you still want this alliance, get her out of there.
Release the female. We're leaving.
I can't. Protocol states during lockdown, no specimens.
Objection noted. Now, please release Krogan. Need to monitor pod as it clears quarantine procedures.
Meet us at next checkpoint, Shepard. Likely Cerberus opposes genophage cure.
You'll see Tachanka again. I promise.
Get to elevator, Shepard.
Oh, that's cool. So you get, it's like a, I don't know what to call it, like a, I don't want to say like a community music academy, but it's like music education that's like open, available to people who are not pursuing it as a career path. That's really cool. Or don't have to pursue it as a career path. I'm not delaying. I got turned around. I got distracted. So I guess I'm delaying. Sorry, Javik.
Something's wrong with the elevator. It's not responding. There. Try it now, Commander.
Oh, crap.
Get back!
Are you alright?
Is there another way out of here?
Aw, sad.
Side of the lab. And we're at the exit. I can open it from here.
Shepard, Cerberus forces trying to locate female. Quarantine checkpoint under attack. Hurry!
I'm gonna change weapons real fast before we get out of here. I feel like Shepard had a good idea.
I took the shuttle. Do whatever it takes to get the female up to the landing pad.
Like this,
Make life miserable for Cerberus.
like the safest thing to do
Worse than I thought.
would be to hole up down there with the female Krogan and keep her safe, and let everybody else deal with getting rid of Cerberus. Because this feels like it's way more dangerous than, all sad. This is way more dangerous than, not necessarily that it had to be, but this is the more dangerous option for sure. But Rex is impatient. Oh, I can't quite target him. Why? I'm around the wall. Like, I could clearly see him around the wall, but I guess the game is registering it like he's still blocked.
Clear.
There will be more.
For sure. It's not Javik's first day.
More incoming.
Oh, they have several Yogg. Oh, don't do that. I don't know if you all caught that.
Say until you've had to fight a Yogg face to face.
Truth. But the Solarians are thinking of uplifting the Yogg much like they uplifted the Krogan centuries past, and that didn't work out well for anybody, so why would they do that again? It didn't work well for the Krogan because they didn't get to develop their own technology and advance like on a more natural trajectory. And it did work out for everybody else because of the big disagreements following the Rachni Wars. But the Slayer's like, you know what? It'll be fine this time. This time, it'll work. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I don't know why I didn't have that activated already.
Female isn't going to last long against this sort of firepower.
Shepard, Cerberus in vicinity. Hurry! We're on our way. Careful. There goes the next shadow broker.
Could have sworn he was muttering to Sony the whole time.
As long as he's on our side, that's totally fine.
Shepard, Cerberus troops at checkpoint, attempting to kill Krogan. Need assistance.
I need that upgrade where I can see through the smoke with the scope, but I don't have it yet. Javik. You're a little new to this team to be standing up in front of me every time I try to shoot. That's usually the vet's MO. We're working on it, Garrus. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to die. Oh, there they are. Damn it. I messed up. That was my fault. I lost track of what was going on behind me. I got impatient. I'm also readjusting back to these controls because I haven't played in a bit. And I've been playing Destiny on my own, which is a little bit different control-wise. I'm gonna get grenaded. Move. We're working on it. We're definitely working on it. But I rushed before and that was bad. Oh, that was a waste of a grenade. I shouldn't have done that.
Quickly, Shepard. Technician dead. Clear us through the checkpoint.
Are you okay?
Containment shield is holding. We'll try to repair if necessary. Can't speak for Krogan's health, however.
I'm fine, Commander.
Females kept secret. Possibly a mole in the STG. Could be indoctrinated. If no Krogan alliance with Turians, Reapers left unchallenged.
We'll do more than challenge them.
Shepard, meet us at next checkpoint. Cerberus likely to target. Hurry, next checkpoint.
Alright, I know it was kind of like in the middle of things, but we leveled up, so I want the points. I'm still... What was I doing? I think I'm going to put them in... Yes, biotic charge. Ooh, let's do that. 2 additional targets. That would be good if I accidentally find myself surrounded. And I'll just hold those points for later. Let's do proximity mine for Garrus. And I think put him at Vengeful Ancient for Javik. I know it breaks slow a little bit, but like, playing on a harder difficulty, I feel like you have to level up as you go to like make the most of your resources.
Hang on, we're trying to get to you, Morden.
Hi, Javik. I got uncomfortably close. I apologize.
That did it.
Okay, we're doing all right. I would like to commend Javik and Garrus for both staying on their feet that entire time and not being dumb and dying like I did.
Always marks the beginning of chaos.
Oh, yay!
Commander, stay back. Hostiles just down the hall.
I love Kirihei. He's so cool.
Kirihei?
It's Major now. Always hoped we would work together again.
Is there an easier way around?
You could say that.
How do I not have one of those?
Go, Commander! I'll cover you!
Alright, squad. Your orders are to hold position and block access to next checkpoint.
I hate these guys. Nobody likes them or their turrets. Ooh, let's heal. No. I know, Garrus. I'm working on it. I don't particularly enjoy this. Bounce him again. Can't have him setting up any more turrets. Yeah, Kirihei can definitely handle himself. I'm not worried about him. Yeah, Garrus is a little impatient, isn't he? Oh, poor Varen. Why are they locked up? That's rude. Oh, I moved out of the way.
Morden was right. Cerberus must have been tipped off. They got here too fast.
Every war has its traitors.
This is true. I'm sure he had it coming. Aw, we didn't have to kill the Baron. He was very helpful. This is true.
Over there. They can give us the high ground.
I'm headed up top.
Elevator malfunctioning, Shepard. Need assistance.
We're working on it. Except there's an item here. That I forgot about. Or did I already get it? Maybe I'm confused with somebody else. Or somewhere else, rather. Maybe I just did something stupid. Bounce! Who's dead now? Javik again. Well, I was trying to mail slot in, but I didn't get it. That's okay. Oh, he's still up. No, it's not. Now he's done. Okay, I shouldn't have come back down here. That was a bad choice, but... Oh no, this is what I wanted. Yay, Sentry interface.
Servers outside pod, Shepard. Need assistance.
Take them out. Get them away from the female.
Containment shield weakening, Shepard.
I'm working on it.
Attack continues. Situation growing desperate, Shepard. Shepard, suspect Cerberus has cut power. Can't progress until you reroute emergency systems.
Poor pod. I really am doing my best, though. I don't want anything to happen to the pod either. There are a lot of flies. Just thought I would point that out.
Excellent. Can clear us. Wait, another Cerberus squad.
Don't let them near the female.
With pleasure.
Keep up the pressure.
Oh, sorry, Garrus. pod's doing okay.
How you holding up?
Containment shield approaching critical level. Failure imminent.
I'm not your problem, Commander. You don't know me.
But I'd like to. Hang in there. How many more checkpoints?
Just the landing area. Hope Erdnot Rex still waiting.
He has to.
I'll see you up top.
We found the Krogan.
Javik and Garrus are doing a good job.
Hell out of here.
They're doing a good job at helping me out. We're working on it, Rex.
I think we're almost there.
Shepard, they found us. Under heavy attack.
This is Phoenix 6. We've got the Krogan box in.
See. Is there an engineer? No, I don't see one yet. So let's just deal with him. I know, Morden. I'm doing my best. Why can't I target? I'm trying.
Containment shield critical. No time left. Recommend dealing with Cerberus first, Shepard.
Oh, we missed one. Yeah, I'm sorry that the pod's banged up and busted.
Pod then transfers to loading area.
Let's get you out of there.
As long as I get there safely, that's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter if the pod's pretty or not.
Shepard, heads up. You've got incoming.
Yeah, nobody's excited about this. Except maybe that guy, but he really shouldn't be excited.
Shepard, I can't land until you deal with that thing. It's too dangerous. Krogan has been acquired.
Door is damaged. Can't get out.
Stay clear. I've got this.
Protect the Krogan, Shepard. She's vulnerable. We're under fire. Krogan can't take much more.
Serious firepower. They can crack it open. There can be no miss.
Oh, I forgot lift grenades don't really do anything for shields. Not getting old. Just tired. It's been a long day.
Mellowed with age.
Oh, that's like, why can't I shoot around that? Might need that. Well, I like how I just walked over the obstruction there.
Yeah, watch out. Still got Cerberus troopers left.
Shepard, I think you did it. Looks clear from here.
Yay! And I only died once, which is respectable, I think. Obviously, no deaths would be better, but one is acceptable.
You had me worried there for a minute.
Let's make this quick.
Let's get you out of there.
I can handle myself, Rex.
Women.
She's a tough lady. I like her.
Cerberus here. What do you want?
Commander, I'm hearing chatter you're brokering a treaty between the Krogan and the Turians.
If I get Krogan boots on Palaven, the Turians promise me their support.
And how does Cerberus get involved?
I don't know. The elusive man is up to something.
Then keep them at bay. I can't overstate what a victory this treaty would be for the Alliance. We'll need all the help we can get.
How's the Prothean device coming?
Alliance R&D has officially begun construction. The team has dubbed it Project Crucible. We're throwing everybody who knows how to hold a hammer at it. This is going to be the most ambitious undertaking in human history.
Will we get it done?
I'm not saying it won't be a challenge, but our researchers tell me the designs are elegant, massive in scope, but strangely simple as well. We can do this, Shepard. You can do this. Never doubt that.
No, sir.
Good. Hack it out.
It's like the Death Star on a stick. Kind of.
You have the female, Rex. A cure for the rest of your people can come later.
That wasn't the deal.
But Palaven needs your reinforcements now. We can't delay.
Unless every Krogan gets the cure, there's no alliance.
Morden, how long will it take to finish a cure?
Need to synthesize base antigen from female. Also requires healthy male Krogan tissue. We'll need a sample.
You're looking at it.
Acceptable. We'll need you to remain aboard Normandy for procedure.
Let's hope the food's gotten better.
Formulating a cure that works for every Krogan sounds like a tall order, Morton. Can you do it?
Of course. Similar to Genophage Modification Project. Working against own alterations this time. Not as simple as garbage DNA blocking attachment sites. We'll need to counteract shutdown of redundant nervous system, adjust neurotransmitter levels.
Got it.
We'll create cure, Shepard. Don't need to worry.
Then get started, Morton, and make it quick.
Always do. We'll be in medbay if you'd like to speak more. Eve requires tests.
Eve?
Female's real name unknown. Normandy, a human vessel. Human mythology seemed appropriate under circumstances. Suggest speaking with her. New perspective. Surprising in Krogan.
Now, is there anything else?
There's a small matter concerning a ship we've lost contact with.
What happened?
I'd rather discuss it in private.
Turian problems can't even come close to what I've got.
What is it?
Some of my men went missing. The rest of it we can discuss somewhere else.
I'll find you both in the war room. Just be ready to talk.
So I picked up some new assets since the last time I checked. Still not enough to win the fight, but we're doing okay. I was thinking when they were talking about the Crucible, the Mass Effect trilogy does enjoy its big C words. We got Citadel, Crucible, Conduit, Catalyst. Are there more? I feel like maybe I'm forgetting some. If they come to me, I'll say that. But like, it's every like big important piece of machinery in this series is like a C word. It doesn't mean anything. I just think it's kind of funny.
Commander.
You said one of your ships had gone missing.
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
I think this is all the same as before, so let's just do these two things.
Your men that crashed on Tuchanka, how many are there?
A platoon.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
I'm sorry, Commander. As I said, it's highly classified.
Look, if you want me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
I can't tell you. Please understand. The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus?
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
The Solarian Dalatrass worries about what the Krogan will do once they're cured. How do you feel?
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts. The moon you found me on? That's where we made our last stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The Genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
We can't allow the mistakes of our past to cloud the future. Your race and mine were once enemies. The first contact war, as you call it. I was there, dodging shells fired by your navy. But look at us now, standing in a ship of Turian human design, working together.
That's everything.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
And let's talk to Rex about his special mission.
Hell of a show down there on Sur'Kesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing.
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Arlac Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
What will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we'd probably win this time. But war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
What's the situation back on Tuchanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
Back on Sur'Kesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more. No offense.
Believe it or not, we sometimes have good ideas, Rex. You should try listening.
True story.
Yeah, but our women have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
I think they can hold their own in a fight.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, but maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
I think that's everything.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA's important, who am I to argue?
Alright, so now definitely want to talk to Morden and the female Krogan, who he has dubbed Eve.
You think the Solarians would have a base on their homeworld secured better?
Nah, they were solid. Cerberus has Reaper tech. Compared to those upgrades, the Solarians might as well have been throwing rocks.
Let's go talk to... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's go talk to Joker and Edie first, and we'll kind of work our way down the ship and catch up with everybody. You all know I don't like to skip the post-mission chats with the crew.
The Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die, and... No, that's about it.
I think all the species have that in common.
So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Morden back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists. Commander?
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard. Morden sent me a nicely crafted message. It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right there.
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet. The Solarians embrace the concept. Humans have diverse and contentious opinions.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke. You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Don't ever do that again.
Hello, Shepard.
That's one of the places where it makes things confusing because, like, there, Edie talks about the Krogan having egg clutches. But later we hear references to a female Krogan being pregnant. So there's a lot of...
We've got new reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
It's a little bit, like, vague as to what that's actually like. But there's another good point, too, that if they have clutches that big of eggs, that not all of the offspring would be viable. But I feel like people don't take into account that, like, the Krogan realize that if they get cured, like, they can't go back to the way things were. Or at least a lot of the Krogan, Rex being among them, they can't go back to being the way they were, you know, thousands of years ago, before the Rachni Wars. They can't, you know, be as violent. They have to be diplomatic. They have to play by the Council's rules, you know, all that kind of stuff. Also, like, how many of the female Krogan want to be a mom to, like, that so many, like, with several thousand offspring a year? That doesn't sound like a good time. I don't think they want to have that many children. So there are a lot of other factors aside from, like, just the biology. I think I like the Krogan as a race. I think they're really interesting, but I wish there wasn't, like, that contradiction about clutches of eggs versus, like, pregnancy. I don't know. I wish they would have picked one description or storyline and stuck to it, because I find it confusing. But it's a tiny detail, and it ultimately doesn't matter, you know, in the game, which is something that I always get hung up on. Oh, that's the sorry we saved in the first game and in the second game. First time at the breeding facility on Vermeer, and then at Okir's facility in the second game. Sounds like she was actually indoctrinated after all, which is kind of sad. Although I thought I killed her in my playthrough. And maybe that's a game glitch where you get this female regardless, but I thought I killed her. I'll have to go back and watch my old stream and find out, but I thought I did. I love Kira. He's cool. Glad he's around again. And Farron sent us some interesting stuff. Let's talk to Sam real fast before we head down.
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, Trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox. Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on. Commander?
Okay, let's go visit everybody else. I could just look at the map and see where everybody is. I don't have to actually wander into every room. Liara's in her cabin, Garrus is in the battery, Morden and the female cook in her medical, and Dr. Chuckless and Engineer Adams are in the crew's quarters. I went the wrong way. It's right here.
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Go, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Poor Dr. Chocolate. She's really been through it.
Hello, Commander.
Everything okay in the medbay?
Yes. Morden would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no. I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed. Commander.
Alright, now let's go see... I didn't mean to do that. Let's go talk to Garrus first, and then we'll talk to... Oh, Liara first, then Garrus, then Morden, and Eve.
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
Oh, we have that data from Farron. Let's do that. Wait, oh, it must have been something I interacted with. And then I got the email. Oh well. What does Liara have on hers? Oh, she sent 16 tons of platinum courtesy of the Shadow Broker to the Crucible project. The professor says, that's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. Because apparently she was talking about it. And it showed up. Liara's bugging everybody's computers, but for good, not for evil, I guess. I feel sad that Liara's going through this like never meet your heroes moment with the Protheans with Javik, but he's just one individual. You can't base the entire race on him, but she's also kind of growing up, which I guess is a good thing, a necessary thing, an inevitable thing.
Good to see you again, Shepard.
Because she's barely an adult, as she says, when we meet her in the first game. And this is 3 or so years later from, like, the beginning of the first game. So, I guess, yeah, she's changed and grown quite a bit since then.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. It takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up. I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh? I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka. Good to see Morden still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble. How's it going?
Cool. get caught up. I like that he has more dialogue in this game than he does in the second game. Unfortunately, I feel like you run out of dialogue with him rather quickly, especially if you romance him. You kind of get stuck in that loop.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's released my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species. Maybe with an inhibitor.
Let's talk to Eve
Entire
first.
catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Method to extract functional cure without killing you. Many variables. Your immune system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self think. Simulate conversation to promote new ideas. Maximize productivity.
But you're talking about me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details causing emotional distress. I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive. Will avoid sensitive subjects.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the Genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a Thresher Maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
See, that's that turn of phrase that makes the continuity confusing to me, because to me I don't think of like a species that is birthed by hatching could be stillborn, but maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Maybe it's just maybe she just means like it hatched and was not alive. But it just feels like those two things, laying a clutch of eggs and having stillbirth, doesn't seem like they go. But I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist, but it just doesn't seem to make sense to me.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The Genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the Genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the Genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
How'd you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the Genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
How has Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the Genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Sorry, Vorcha offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear.
I think that's it.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I'm glad to see humans treat their women with respect. Your people have placed a lot of responsibility on you.
No more than your people have put on you.
Then maybe we can show the men how it's done.
Deal.
Alright, let's talk to Morden.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
See, he is the term pregnancy too. It's confusing. I just wish that someone would like definitively answer that question so I could stop wondering about it.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
So we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
So the end justifies the means.
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
How's she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her.
My patient. My responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
You always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat. Outlet for aggression. Cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else. No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left. But still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
He's been on quite the mental, emotional, intellectual journey since we met him in the second game. I really enjoy his character arc. Do we have anybody? No, see, just Ken and Gabby because Engineer Adams is upstairs. Oh, Javik and Diana too.
Kenneth, do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder. Nothing to report.
Shepard?
That was easy. I keep hitting that by mistake trying to sprint because I've been playing Destiny.
Protheans are always an enigma, a mystery to solve. I wanted to know what happened to your civilization. Why did such an enlightened race disappear?
Enlightened?
Well, it seemed that way.
And now that I am here.
I wonder what it's like waking up 50,000 years later to a new galaxy.
I believe this cycle cares too much about what other species think. Krogan, Turian, Solarian, all were primitives in my time. What good does their help do now?
We can't win this war on our own.
Then demand...
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to cut him off.
How far they have come. The Morden Solarian asked if he could dissect me. I approved, but only if he could defeat me in combat first. His reply was problematic. Then he left. I do not understand that one. This Cerberus. I do not understand why your own kind would oppose you. They will bleed the same as everyone if the Reapers are not stopped. The Rex Krogan offered me a job. He said whenever I tired of the easy life of luxury on the Normandy, he would give me something real to shoot at. Yes?
I didn't mean to, I hate cutting off the conversations, especially between the two characters, but I didn't mean to hit that button. I just jumped the gun a little bit.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
You know what the commander did for us? The colony?
Yes. It was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't
lose the peace or lose your spot on this ship, Allers.
This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Thanks, Commander. What's your choice, Allers? Like you said, it's just your opinion, right?
I'll pull it.
I understand what she's trying to do, but like she's not military intelligence or anything, and I don't think putting it out there to the people, just all the other people, that you're going to throw 1 colony away to save others is smart. It doesn't mean that's not a decision that might have to be made and maybe should be made by the military, but like I understand where she's coming from, but I also understand where he's coming from. That could really hurt the morale of people out there. So that one's a tough one, because like I kind of feel like they're both right, but yeah, I kind of see his point of view. It could be a real like hit to the morale of people who live on that colony or have loved ones on that colony, even though her opinion might ultimately be the way to go, depending on the situation. I like when they do that, when they make it where there's not one correct answer. You just kind of have to figure out which one is the, I guess, most correct or the most beneficial.
Experience.
What do you mean?
Normally I'm not one to fly co-pilot, but when an 800-pound Krogan requests to take control of your shuttle, you comply.
Probably wise.
A lot of carbon scoring here. I'll get her cleaned up. Ma'am.
Wonder what the hell Cerberus was up to on Sur'Kesh. I hear we're headed to Tuchanka. Would love to see how things turn out. I'm just saying. Rex is a badass. I bet he's got some real interesting stories to tell. More than something else. His mouth moves faster than a frog on a hot rock in the middle of summer. Hey.
And of course I gotta say hi to Sophie.
Good dog.
Yes, good dog. She's cute. Alright, so let me check the shop, because anything we missed will turn up here, like items, and it looks like we did okay. I try to avoid buying the things here because we have to pay that 10% markup, and there are only so many credits in the game. So I know I said that this stream might go longer, but we're at kind of a good natural stopping point, and I don't really want to start another mission right now because I'm feeling a little bit just uncomfortable sitting in the chair because of being out of town over the weekend for my audition and coming back to snowy, stormy weather. I haven't been able to go to the gym, and going to the gym and being able to like work out and stretch makes sitting in the chair to stream so much more comfortable. And like today I'm just feeling like a little stiff and like achy, I guess, sitting still, and I feel like I really need to get up and move around. So I think this just makes sense for our first stream back, just to end it here. So Thursday and Friday should be normal streams this week. Like I said, tomorrow I'm stuck here. Oh, let me go ahead and save. I'm stuck here again because school's out. Oh, Sophie, lay down. Schools are out for the snow, so I won't be teaching or anything. And I'm planning to do an extra main channel stream. But I might decide to do 2 streams, one on main channel and one here. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear and see how I feel tomorrow. I did just save, right? I didn't imagine that. Yes. Have a really awesome rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.